I'm going to throw to an interview right now with a guest. Some people would call picture perfect. She's a photographer, Gillian Laub. What I love about this conversation is it's a lot of political views can come under one roof. And how do we deal with that? How do we find our common ground? How do we listen to each other? How do we accept each other? How do we have different viewpoints all in one home? This is what's happening in our world, let alone country, and we find our way. And Gillian documented her family's way, and I can't wait for you to take a look. Gillian, what gave you the idea to do this book? What was the inspiration? What was the spark?
I have been photographing my family for over 20 years, and it was more of a personal project. I have a very colorful family with lots of characters in them.
You do?
So, that's my grandfather on the cover.
I love this cover. I really do.
So it was really more of a personal project, and then in 2016, there was a rift in our family, and I've always prided myself on having the closest family. And then in 2016, my parents became passionate Trump supporters. And like I do with all of my photography, my work helps me work through, what I'm going through personally. And I continued to photograph my family. And then I realized that my family was really just a microcosm of what so many families in America were going through. And that's when I decided to make it a book.
I mean, I just think there's so much great stuff going on in this photograph. Politics aside, is that your mom?
So that's my mom.
Is she meditating?
She was at the end of a yoga class, and she's in Shavasana, so she is meditating.
Perfect. Okay, and the next photograph, may I say? Yeah, I love this one.
Yeah.
And who is this member of your family?
Oh, this is my cousin Violet, and she's the family activist.
Yeah, and completely in a 180, we've got the AOC, the Elizabeth Warren, the Obama. That must be fun and interesting at the dinner table.
So she's a high school student here, and when I made this portrait of her in her bedroom, I asked her, how do you feel? Are you embarrassed? Are you ashamed that you're going to be in a book with, your Trump-supporting, loving family? And she looked at me and she's like, why would I be? Mm-hmm. And she said, Gillian, listen to what they have to say. They have an opinion too. And to me, that was so inspiring. So I love this picture because she represents that.
Can we go to the next photograph? Okay, there you go. That pretty much says it all. What do you think when you look at this photograph, let alone when you took it?
This gives me, I love this because this is my mom with her best friend, Bonnie, who is like a second mom to me. And to me, this really is just about the power of friendship. And they had some tough moments in the past 4 years, but they just love each other so much. And to them, that was way more important than anything else.
I love that. So thank you for your keen eye, Gillian.
Thank you.
Gillian Laub. Embrace that we all have our differences, and I think discussing it or knowing when to walk away, whatever it is, to find our common ground is so much of my life's mission. So Family Matters, Gillian's book and exhibition at the International Center of Photography, which is, by the way, the big leagues, and please check it out.